Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Rivian. Rivian to receive 827 million in Illinois state funding to expand Normal, Illinois facility. The company intends to increase capacity of the plant to manufacture the R2, its mid-size electric SUV. So this is brilliant news for Rivian, of course, and it had a positive impact on the stock price. I'm sure many of us saw the positive impact on the stock price predominantly on the 2nd of May. There was a huge impact on the price, and I was quite stunned. I didn't know what to think, but once I did my research, I realized, holy crap, Rivian is getting some funding, and this is brilliant. It's state funding. Rivian Automotive announced recently it has received 827 million incentive package from the state of Illinois Department of Commerce and Economy Opportunities, which will allow the company to expand its operation at its plant in Normal, Illinois. The funds from the incentive package will go towards expansion of the plant, improvements in public infrastructure, and job training program for Rivian's workforce, leading up to the company's production of its midsize electric SUV R2. Rivian will be participating in several cities improvement projects to demonstrate its ongoing commitment to investing in the Illinois economy and community. And we do have a quote from the Chief Executive Officer, R.J. Scaringe, and I quote, "We're grateful for this investment from the state of Illinois and for the leadership of Governor Pritzker, President Harmon, and Speaker Welsh." R.J. Scaringe also added, "The support from the state will allow us to quickly bring our mid-size electric SUVs R2 to the market and provide even greater consumer choices for EVs." Governor Pritzker has always been a strong advocate for providing economical opportunities for Illinois residents and business owners alike. We look forward to continuing our close partnership and building upon the success we've enjoyed. Illinois is positioned to be a powerhouse in this market for many years to come, bringing quality jobs and revitalizing communities across the state, said Governor J.B. Pritzker. I want to thank our partners at Rivian, who have doubled down on their investment in Illinois. Today, we're taking a tremendous step towards for our electric vehicle ecosystem, for our economy, and for our state. Each and every dollar invested in this market is a win for working people of Illinois and to bring us a step closer to meeting our ambitious climate goals. The company announced in March that the production of the R2, the company's much anticipated midsize SUV, will begin production in the Normal, Illinois manufacturing facility. This vehicle will deliver a combination of performance, capabilities, utilities, and a 5-seat package optimized for big adventure and everyday uses. The platform will underpin R2 vehicles. This existing plant in Illinois will continue to produce the R1S and R1T, and commercial electric delivery vehicles, and updates to the facility will begin in the coming months. Rivian has invested more than $2 billion in Normal. In just 3 years, Rivian has also generated a value of over $3.9 billion to the local economy, which has brought increased development to the area. Since production began in 2021, Rivian's Normal, Illinois facility has manufactured over 100,000 electric SUVs. This is rather impressive for Rivian, to say the least. And this is a great step for Rivian, an absolutely brilliant step. And what I like most is that Rivian Updates on Twitter actually gave us a brilliant explanation of everything that is to come. So let's just see what Rivian Updates has to say. It will cost Rivian about $1.5 billion to expand the Normal, Illinois facility for the R2. With the current retooling of Normal, Illinois factory, configured for 85,000 R1 and 65,000 EDVs annually, the total production capacity comes out at 150,000 vehicles every year. This $1.5 billion investment will increase the facility size, allow for reconfiguration of the factory floor and machinery for R2, increasing its factory capacity to 215,000 vehicles. I assume this would be annually. Rivian Updates has also said, and I quote, "I anticipated that Rivian will be decreasing the maximum capacity of the R1 and EDV to combine total fewer than 65,000 vehicles, 400,000 R1 and 25,000 EDV RCV. That will give Rivian roughly 150,000 in production capacity to build the R2. Given the current market conditions, selling 85,000 units of the R1 at its existing price point could be challenging. Therefore, maximizing factory production with a vehicle that will have a higher volume and a better decision." So here's what I like even further. There's a comment in the description that simply said, The 150K capacity for R1 can't be produced. It's two fixed production line with robots and processes. R2 capacity will be outside the current building with 65K capacity. I suspect that they need to build a bigger line with 250 to 300K overall capacity to make the 45K price target. But here's the kicker. Here's what Rivian Update had to say, and I really love this because this is so true. That's where the Georgia factory comes in with the 400K vehicle capacity. I assume that's annually. 65K R2 out of Illinois is too low, but it's possible. It's also possible Rivian could reconfigure or move lines, even if they're fixed in place, utilizing the current space you have for more volumes. So that Georgia factory is where Rivian will really make a mark for themselves, and hopefully that factory has space for additional infrastructure development and improvement to get more numbers out of those factories. Similar to what they're doing with the normal Illinois factory currently. Rivian hires Volvo executive as COO ahead of the new model launch. This is Volvo's previous executive. Javier Varela to assume the role after departure of Frank Keane. EV maker has battled production challenges on even demands. So Rivian hiring Javier Varela, it's their new chief executive officer to help the electric vehicle maker scale output as it prepares to roll out a lower cost model geared for the mass market. Varela, the former COO and deputy chief executive officer of Volvo, will join Rivian in August, the company said Friday in a statement. He replaced Frank Klein, who has stepped down after about 2 years as the operating chief. The move shakes sub leadership at a delicate time for automakers, which has battled production challenges, stock decline, shaky consumer demands, and increasingly crowded EV market. The Irvine, California-based company, backed by big names such as Amazon Inc., is the next biggest standalone pure maker electric of battery electric vehicles in the US behind Tesla Inc. So what do you think? Is this a great move by Rivian? I think it could be because Volvo has always been known to be a brilliant company, and the people that they hire are usually there to deliver such high expectations as Volvo expects. So hiring someone with this much experience at a brilliant company such as Volvo, and then getting all of that expertise bringing over to Rivian, I think that can only be a positive thing. And like I said recently, the stock price has really improved. I mean, in the last 5 days alone, it's up 9.22%, if I'm being completely honest. Recently, the stock price has been as high as $10.30. That's really impressive because in recent times, Rivian's stock price has been as low as $8.40. The market cap currently is $10 billion flat. Is Rivian still worth it? It's definitely still worth it. It's not an overvalued company, even yet still. At $10, Rivian at $10 has always been my market value price. And as they continue to improve their facilities to deliver more vehicles and bring in the Georgia factory up to scale in the next few years, this is making me more bullish for Rivian, of course. What's really inspiring and convincing about Rivian is the amount of money they were able to generate in the recent years. And they haven't been making vehicles for that long, but you can see they've had an insane amount of growth. And I think they're really good at growing this company and its profitability. While right now the vehicles are not necessarily optimized for profitability, generating 1.34 billion last year in Q3, 1.32 billion last year in Q4. Imagine what they'll do when the new improvements are added to the Illinois factory, when they can ramp that up to full production. Imagine what they can accomplish when the Georgia factory becomes online. Honestly, Rivian needs one more factory in the American continent, either South America, North America, doesn't matter. They need one more factory, and they will probably be able to accomplish an annual capacity of over 1 million vehicles being produced. So for a company that is already generating over $1 billion on an annual basis last year in 2023, this is annually, of course, I would say 10 billion in the market cap is still undervalued. So thank you for watching. Subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I will see you in our next video. Peace.